We're now going to have a look at eBay description templates. And here we've got an eBay listing, and if I scroll down, where we normally expect to see just a plain text description, we've got a templated description with images, links, and other product information brought in. So here's the product name, we've got the SKU, we've got the Brightpearl product description, and then other things like footer and header. So why would we want to use a description template? It lets us build a smart looking description. It lets us add links to other products, perhaps complementary items that we might want to sell if the customer doesn't want this one. It lets us add stronger branding and other marketing messages. So how do description templates work? We take a product, a red coffee mug, with a name and a description, and then we merge that with the description template. And the description template is HTML with widgets built into it. And when the two are combined, it actually creates the listing with the description and the name built into the template. So now what we're going to do is list a new item on eBay with a description template from Brightpearl. We'll create a new description template, we'll use that template when listing a product, preview the description, and then publish the listing. To create a new description template, go to your Channels menu, and then on the eBay section, click Settings. Then click the Description Templates tab, and you can create as many description templates as you like. We've got one here called Disco Clothing, but let's create a new one. And what we'll do is we'll call this Vintage Clothing, and paste the content in that we've got from our designer. If I make this a little bit larger, you can see the kind of thing that a template contains. We've got some style at the top, then we've got some HTML, some branding, and then some product widgets. So here, for example, we're showing the product name as part of the template in a section called Head. We've then got the product SKU and the product description. And that means that this template can be used for lots of different products. Let's select this to be the default profile and then save. We're now going to use that description template to list this product on eBay. We've got a men's vintage pinstripe waistcoat. Here we've got some images. If I go to the description tab, you can see the description is just 3 lines of text. That's a bit boring, so when we list the item we're going to use a template. I can actually create a listing from the product, so go to the eBay listings tab and create a new listing. We'll choose the listing profile, and here's one I created earlier called waistcoats. We'll choose a shipping profile and then choose a description template, and here's the vintage clothing one we just created, and then continue. That's now created a draft listing that I'll click into to preview the description. By clicking Preview Description, we get a pop-up where we can see that we've got the template now applied, and that 3-line description is being brought into the template. We've also got the SKU and we've got the product name. When I publish this item on eBay, we get a link to view the item on eBay, where it's uploaded the product and the images, and if I scroll down, you can see the description template has been applied. If I want to make changes to the template, I just open up that listing again in Brightpearl, drop into the HTML, and in this case let's change the background color, and then save. That successfully updated the eBay listing, and if I switch across to it and refresh the screen, you can see the background has now been changed for that header. All the content has still remained the same and is being pulled from the product. Now, designing these description templates is definitely a job for a web designer and somebody who knows what they're doing with HTML. For full documentation, have a look at our Brightpearl site. Search Google for Brightpearl eBay description templates. It's worth mentioning that if you change the description template, existing listings won't be updated. You need to go into those listings themselves and update the template in each of the ones that you want to be updated. Subsequent new listings will use the latest copy of the description template. And that takes us to the end of the video where we look at eBay description templates.